Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Bratz Mean Girls collaboration one last time, because today was the final release of the collaboration, the Karen and Gretchen 2-pack. It was $100 and sold out in 4 minutes. But way more collectors were able to get it this time than the previous 2 drops. So, at the very least, we're going out on not a high note, but, you know, I guess a slightly better one than the previous 2 releases. So, with that said, let's just get right into what happened today. So, just like all the previous releases, we knew when Karen and Gretchen were coming out. It was announced alongside Katie's initial release, and a couple days prior to that, actually, maybe a couple weeks. I actually don't remember how long in advance it was that we got to see the images of these dolls first. I think it was like maybe a week or 2 in advance. I don't remember. But we've known what the release date was for a while. The dolls were priced at $100 for a 2-pack, which means technically you were saving $10 on each doll by buying it, because Katie and Regina were both $60 each. Shipping was free, and taxes, for my own order, because I was able to get an order in, I was able to get these dolls. I'd say it was about like $107, just under $107 total. I don't know why I'm talking about the price right now. I just am, I guess. So anyway, Karen and Gretchen were probably the least anticipated drop, and I actually saw beforehand a lot of people saying that they weren't interested in getting these 2 if they didn't have the other 2. Katie and Regina were objectively 2 of the worst limited releases just ever. That was terrible. Katie's release was very bad. A lot of people missed out, and less of her was produced, because with the subsequent releases, Bratz said that they were working on adding extra stock, and that additional pre-orders would be available for both Regina and the 2-packs drop. Nothing was ever said for Katie, so we actually don't know if there's ever going to be any more of Katie produced. Yeah, it was kind of a weird situation, but yeah. So basically, Regina and Katie had very bad drops, so how did these 2s go? Honestly, it was not that bad. My mom and I were both at work, and we both had our own Bratz accounts trying to get in there and secure a set, and we were both successful. My mom is a collector, I've mentioned it several times, and she really liked the Mean Girls boxes. She was able to get Katie alongside me because we placed our orders together, so the only one that my mom doesn't have is Regina. Although I'd say the one that she managed to get during the drop was probably meant for her, but then her and my dad felt bad for me because I didn't get it, so then they gave her to me, so sorry, Mom. But yeah, today's drop was pretty okay. I don't think they actually changed anything. I'd say the only thing that changed is that when I went onto the website, I only had to do the CAPTCHA once, compared to when I was trying to get Regina, when I was forced to do it like multiple times over and over again for like 2 minutes straight. And then it put me in the line. It said, in line to check out, estimated time less than a minute. I definitely sat there for what felt like longer than a minute, but it actually wasn't. When I was looking at the clock, I noticed it was 11:01, and by the time I got to check out, it was still 11:01. So I was able to get the set successfully. I'm very happy because now I have the full Mean Girls set. Well, I don't have these 2 in hand, but whenever I get them, I will have the full set, so that's very exciting. I'm really happy to be able to, like, display them with the burn book side of the box with their artworks all together. That'll be super cute. As for what I've seen with the community, there actually was some glitches that happened to people that unfortunately did screw a lot of people over, and this happened with Regina's drop too, so I do feel the need to address it. This happened to a lot of people. This is a screenshot that one of my friends sent me, and basically it would put a ghost Regina in your cart, and if this happened to you, you would not be able to check out. It would basically just screw everything up. It would send you back to the beginning to... You wouldn't have to do the CAPTCHA again, but you would have to get in line again to check out, and getting in line to check out late during one of these drops is basically a death sentence to your chances of getting the doll that you're trying to get. So this happened to a lot of people. I put up a poll to see like how many people were able to get the doll and how many people were not able to get the doll, And then I put in an option for how many people weren't even trying. The poll currently has around 600 votes, close to 700, and 15% of people, so 86 votes, say that they got them. The other side of it, the people who tried to get them but did not, that's 85 votes, so another 15%, and then a whopping 71% of people who did not try at 410 votes. This could be due to my following being mostly Monster High collectors, but it really does seem like a lot of people just did not go for this drop, and I can understand why. As I mentioned in this video, Karen and Gretchen aren't very popular characters. They're iconic characters, but compared to Katie and Regina, who are like the main two characters of the movie, they're not as popular. Most people would only want them if they already had the other two, and that's kind of an issue considering how hard to get their dolls were. Regardless, the 2-pack still sold out in 4 minutes. I've heard 3, but for most people they said it was 11:04, so I'm gonna say 4 minutes. Yeah. As for like what they're currently reselling for on eBay, let's log in there and check. Let me pull up some sold listings real quick. I'm doing this as I speak. Wow. They're going for like $150, so if you guys wait long enough, I think their prices may drop back to the stock price that they started out at, because $150 on eBay with free shipping is little to no profit. They're maybe making like $25 off of this. That's not worth it. That's really hilarious. That is really funny. Overall, I'm happy with how this drop went. I do feel bad for the people who tried and weren't able to get it, but this time around, I saw way more people be successful to get these dolls. Just choked on nothing. I saw way more people like be successful getting these dolls, and that's objectively a good thing. And like in every other way. I don't know why I inserted an adjective. Adjective? I haven't said that word since I was in high school. An adjective in there, but you know, it's a good thing is what I'm saying. So, yeah. I'm pretty excited to get these. And real quick, I did just want to talk about the other 2 dolls, Regina and Katie, because, you know, I've been observing the prices a lot just to see how the boycott is working, and it is working very well. Currently, Regina is very cheap on eBay, considering what she was going for before. Her price has dropped down to $100, free shipping on eBay. With taxes, you'd maybe be paying like $105, so that's really not a bad price for her, considering she was $60 at launch. But if the prices continue to drop like they have, I suspect Regina could go down to like $60, maybe even $70 before the end of the year. So, yeah, keep the boycott strong, guys, because her price is dropping very fast. As for Katie, however, I mentioned this earlier in the video, but Katie, nothing has been said about a restock or additional stock being created for her, so her prices are unfortunately still very high. She is still going for like $300 on eBay, which is crazy. I don't know why she costs that much. Is it just because she's a Lindsay Lohan doll? Is it just because she was the first doll? The world may never know. But yeah, Katie is super expensive right now. But at least the other 3 aren't, so if you only wanted the plastics, they're definitely encroaching on affordable territory. Once again, I don't really support buying from resellers. I don't think it's a good idea. It encourages them to keep doing this shit. So what we want to do is not encourage them to do that, but there will always be people who have the money and are desperate enough and will buy from a reseller. I'm not shaming those people. I'm not shaming anyone, but yeah, unfortunately it does just kind of feed into the cycle of companies make a limited drop, resellers buy up most of the stock, it goes for crazy prices on eBay, and that's exactly what companies want. Mattel has been doing it with Mattel Creations, and now MGA seems to want to follow in their footsteps with this collaboration. At the very least, though, this is finally over. This was the last Mean Girls release, and hopefully Bratz doesn't do anything like this again. They got a lot of backlash for it, like way more backlash than Mattel has ever gotten for doing the same thing. It's kind of interesting, actually. Like, if if Mattel collectors were half as dedicated as Bratz collectors are to, like, boycotting resellers, like, I don't know, I think, like, Pennywise and the Twins, for example, wouldn't be so expensive like they are. But yeah, basically, this has been an experience this last month getting these dolls. I was fortunate enough to end up getting all of them. In my Regina video, I told you guys that I personally had failed, but just recently, a few days ago, my parents surprised me by saying, oh, surprise, we actually did get you a Regina. So, that's thanks to my mom's 20 plus years of doll collecting. She's been putting up with this shit for 20 years. She was putting up with this when dial-up internet was still a thing. She only failed once, and it was on this Barbie called City Smart or something, a fashion model collection Barbie. Yeah. And the only reason she failed was because, like, some lady kept calling and just interrupting her trying to get it, and dial-up internet was ridiculous. Just, like, research that and you'll understand the frustration there. But yeah, basically, this is all thanks to my mom. She was super helpful with this. The only drop that I actually managed to get for myself was Katie. I got it for both of us, and then with this one, I actually did secure my own set for Karen and Gretchen, and then my mom was able to secure her own set, so yeah, and then it was my mom who got me my Regina, so yeah, that's pretty awesome, I would say. I'm not trying to flex, by the way. These videos are meant to, like, chronicle my own experience with this as well as, like, other people's, so this is just the bit where I talk about my own experience, I guess. So yeah, some final thoughts on this drop. Basically, just keep boycotting the resellers. Their prices will continue to drop. As I mentioned, Karen and Gretchen, despite being a $100 2-pack, are only reselling for $150, which is a very, very small profit on eBay. On Mercari, it's a bit bigger because you get the full amount that someone pays you on Mercari. So if someone has a thing listed for $160, they get $160, and the buyers have to pay a bunch of fees. That kind of sucks. But yeah, basically, keep boycotting the resellers. Regina's price dropped to, I want to say, like, $105. I've even seen $99 today. Like, her price is so low compared to how much it started at. So again, just keep boycotting, and hopefully the prices will drop to be affordable for more people. And yeah, once again, I hope Bratz doesn't do anything like this again. They might, though. I don't know. Seems to be the direction that the CEO wants to take MGA's collector products, but we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Feel free to share your own thoughts and experience with this collaboration in the comments below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a happy Halloween. Bye!